Man, oh man. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JP's on Keys, and it's two. Here's up in the video today. We got the review. I watched it finally. I watched all 10 episodes, Top Boy Season 3. Of course, you know, Drake was apparently a big contributor to the series. I think they were saying that they couldn't continue it, but then Drake came in with this big lump sum, and it was and apparently he was the reason for the whole show. But again, I'm not even going to get into that side. We're going to get into the review. First of all, before we even get to episode 1 or that, I like how they went in a different direction. How they kind of fast forwarded 5 years later. I like how they went in a different direction. And if you don't mind, if you see a cut in here, just know I skimmed through an episode to re-jog my mind, because you gotta think, these are 10 episodes, and each of them was 45 minutes to an hour long. If I remember every single thing that happened in every single episode, I have the best memory in the world. So, let us get to episode 1. First episode, we get introduced to a new character, Jamie. Jamie is living alone with his younger brothers, Aaron and Steph. Aaron and Steph, they're all orphans somewhat because both of their parents passed away. Deshane is in Jamaica for some reason. I don't know why he's in Jamaica. Apparently he had family in Jamaica. So Deshane is trying to get back in the game. But the thing is, I don't like how at the end of season 2 they showed Deshane in a shootout with the it was like the Turks or the Russians or something like that, and he's like underneath a bridge, and then they don't even explain why that he was, like, what else happened after that situation. So we get introduced to Deshane, we get introduced to Jamie, Steph, and Aaron, the 3 brothers. Jamie is a road man. Jamie is a road man. He's in the road. Jamie also meets up with Lizzie, and Lizzie is a very important piece in this whole series. So this is the lady that supplies him with the drugs. Same thing with Deshane. Deshane is trying to get back in the game. He's introduced to this guy his name is Sugar. He's like the big drug kingpin. That was basically the first episode. Those two getting ingrained into the story. Like I said, the first episode kind of threw me off a little bit, because this is a whole different direction. Because I didn't know. I thought they were going to continue to take it in a different direction, the same direction with the other boy, the boy that was with the lady that was selling the weed. I forgot what his name was, because I haven't watched season 2 in a long time. I just was focusing on season 3. But anyway, that was episode 1. I like episode 1. Like, it was kind of weird. Like, it was kind of hard to get into at first, because it's such a different story. Like, it's a different thing. Episode 2, we get introduced to Sully. Sully is in jail. And we also get introduced to Santan Dave, who's playing the character Modi. Modi is the big kingpin. I think he did like 20, he's sentenced to 20 years. So we get the view of Sully in jail. By the way, Kano is an excellent actor. We get the scoop on Sully in jail. They have an ongoing beef, and then Sully waits in Modi's cell and then throws acid on him. He throws the acid on him. Cold. Sully is a cold dude. We get introduced to Axe. We get introduced to the Axe character and his mother, Emma. His mother is struggling with immigration. and such. Duchesne is still trying to get his foot in the door. Jamie has ongoing, like he keeps trying to go with Lizzie. Like the discussions keep going on with Lizzie. It's pretty. I like this episode because it just kind of set the tone. It wasn't like a lot of stuff happened, but it wasn't like, oh my God, some huge catastrophic moment that shaped the whole entire episode, the whole entire series. Also, Jamie does try to get in a relationship with a girl who works at the jewelry store. Her name is Tilly, and then she dies in a drive-by. And then I think that was probably the most interesting part of the episode 2. I gotta get to episode. I don't know why I put up 2 fingers for episode 2. For episode 3, but excuse me, episode 3. All right, episode 3. A lot of stuff happens in episode 3. Episode 3, we actually got introduced to Little Sims. It's Shelly. We got introduced to her in episode 2, but episode 3, we find out that she is the caretaker for Duchesne's sick mother. Sully meets up with Jason and Jem. If you don't remember, Jason was the little kid that had the crackhead parents in the last season, and Jem, was the one that was involved from the beginning, that was trying to get with the oh my gosh, I forgot what his name was. The black dude, the main character. Oh my gosh, I'm mad at myself. I forgot what his name was. But the main one that tried to get him to get involved in the game. They're both grown and they're both fiends. So that's just a weird turn of events that both of them are fiends now. Both of them are crack fiends, or just fiends in general. Sully develops a relationship with Jason because just of all the past history they've had. Atz and his mother, Atz is still struggling. They're both struggling. They're trying to find a way to get some money so they can pay the rent. Atz is struggling in school, all this stuff. Jamie gets his revenge on Cam for the drive-by shooting of Tilly. Then Jamie tries to come and console her at the hospital, but then her father is not having it. I mean, I don't blame him. You getting my sister out here, you getting my daughter out here killed with your games. You know what I mean? You're not helping nobody. You get my daughter killed with your stupid games. Sully and Duchesne also meet up and try to discuss how to get back into the game. Duchesne also gets a tip about a house from Jack and what's the girl named Lindsay? I forgot what that. The other light skinned girl. That's the sister. That's Jack's sister. And they get a tip on the house, and he goes to try to rob the house, but apparently somebody is in there. Sully and Jason develop a stronger relationship as friends. Like, they just go out and start doing things. Steph is still blind to the fact that Jamie is out here really doing it out here. Like, Jamie has to try to keep a low profile for a supplier. That's hard because he's up and coming. He wants to establish himself as that new man in the streets, and it's hard to do that when you're the big man on campus. You're the big man. You gotta let people know you're the big man. That's it. All right, episode 4. Episode 4 is when a lot of stuff shifts, a lot of stuff changes. You got Jamie is still trying to establish himself. I keep saying Kano. Sully and Jason and Jem are staying with this Arabic family. They have a kid, and then the Arabic lady goes into the store, and they catch her for stealing diapers and stuff. And then the store owner's like, "You need to arrest her. You need to arrest her. She's shoplifting. You need to arrest her." And the cop lets her get off. And then he's just mad at the world. And why did you? You got Atz and Steph are trying to make some money. They want to be businessmen so they can help their mom. They can help Atz's mom pay rent. Aaron gets a girlfriend. My man Aaron meets his girlfriend Abby. We get introduced to her and her family. And I feel like her family is her mom and dad are really, really nosy. But you know that's on me. That's only me though. I feel like they're really nosy. Like a lot of stuff they're asking should not be asked at all. Also, they also bring the dude Driss back. But they also bring Driss back. But the thing is, Driss is a former shell of himself because he's had stroke and he's gained a lot of weight and he has a lot of fits and now he's on medication and now he's barely even fit to even run the road anymore. But for some reason, this group of white men, they burned the house that they burned the house with the Arabic people, and Sully and Jason were staying in. And Sully manages to escape, but Jason is caught in the fire and he dies. He dies in the blaze. Shelly and Duchesne start to talk a little bit more. I had a feeling when I first saw them. I said to myself, it's going to be some type of relationship down the road. I already, you can tell, because just the way it was with Duchesne and the lawyer last season, like I just felt like it was going to be some. I knew it. I knew it was going to be some type of relationship. I like the way Little Sims is acting. Little Sims definitely got potential as an actor. I definitely like their acting in this one. But R.I.P. to Jason. Jason died in the weirdest way possible, and that really took a toll on Sully. You know, because he hasn't really had much to really look forward to from being on the road for so long. So that was episode 4. Episode 4 was a lot, man. A lot of stuff happened in episode 4. Episode 5, we have Duchesne and Shelly are talking a lot more. He's getting involved with her daughter Tish. You have Sully getting back, trying to reignite his relationship with his daughter. So he meets his the mother of his daughter. I want to say baby moms, but I feel like she's more respectable than the baby mom though. Like that's just the mother of his child. That's what I'm gonna say. The mother of his child. So he meets with the mother of his child. They talk, and she actually invites him over to their house. More stuff is happening with Driss and those two fiends. The man and the woman that are the two fiends that walking around. They're always asking for something every time they come. Give us a hit, bro. Give it a hit. Give us a hit, bro. Give us a hit. But they actually also Duchesne visits his mother in the hospital with Shelly. Jamie meets up with Lizzie, the supplier, and they end up having sex. And then here she comes. That was a one-time thing. That's never gonna happen again. It's never gonna happen. Okay, that was a weird. I had a feeling that they were gonna do that because they kept meeting up in private. I had a feeling that it was gonna happen. But again, Driss and Jack are standing outside of the thrift store waiting. So they take her in. I think they take her and hold her for ransom while Jamie meets with Duchesne, and Jamie lays down the law like, I'm the new man on here. I'm the new man on the block. I'm the new dude. Like, you can't, whatever you doing, there's nothing to do with me. Like, I'm the new man. I get all the peas. I'm controlling everything that's going on. And this dude, Sully, is still having hallucinations and nightmares about the incident. Just that the way the editing goes, like he's just drifting off into an abyss. And he finds the dude that's the leader of the gang that burnt down the house, and he beats the dog crap out of him. And it's a crazy scene at the end where he's just floating about in the river. That is one of the most pleasant. That's one of the most visually pleasing scenes I've ever. That looked great. That looked really good to watch. I like watching that. That looked good. So 6, Duchesne realizes that Jamie is gaining ground and quickly becoming the top dude on the block. So he's trying to get his people to round up some more kids so they can grow, so they can become part of his gang. We get introduced. I don't think we get introduced to Layton, but this is the first time Layton really makes a big impact in the episode. Layton is a hot-headed person, very hot-headed personality, very gung-ho, very just straight up boom. Like he doesn't take no for an answer. He just does what he does, and he doesn't care what nobody has to say. Like he's just, oh, we should kill Duchesne. We should just lay him out. We should kill him because he's just the biggest threat to the whole team. Also, Layton is in close talks with Modi from the jail. Modi is, of course, egging him on. Yo, you gotta kill him, bro. You gotta kill him, bro. So, like, obviously the recording is a little different because this was recorded way after the original part of the video. So back where we left off at episode 7, a whole lot of stuff is happening in episode 7. Alright, so Jamie is starting to, I feel like Jamie is getting a little bit more paranoid because I feel like he knows that Aaron and Steph, they already have an idea of what he does. This all starts with Jamie giving them both the talk. Oh, you can't leave the house. Aaron, you can't bring Abby over. You can't go anywhere. You have to be in the house by 9 and all this stuff. And they have this big argument. And again, Aaron is concerned for Jamie. And Steph is just like a mindless young kid. And Jamie also gets cameras installed at his house, like cameras installed at the front door, like at the front exit, so he can see everything that's going in. So he feels like he's really got a leg up in this thing. So also we have Duchesne and the caretaker for Duchesne's mom. She's played by Little Sims. Hey, Duchesne's mom confronts him about the death of Donovan. She thinks that Duchesne is directly responsible for the death of Donovan, and all Little Sims can do is just look on and just, oh, I can't get involved because it's not my business, Just Stefan is really trying to get into the game. He's really trying to move. He's trying to sell the drugs. So Jack, the light skinned girl that's like, and she's like the light skinned girl who, she's like the light skinned lesbian or something like that. And she gets Stefan involved, and then she tells Stefan that he has to go to Manchester to move, or what they call going country. They have to move the drugs to another country because it's too hot where they're at right now. So he's all pretty sure. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do it. Oh my God, it's not Stefan. It's the other kid that gets Stefan involved, and he's taking Stefan to Manchester with him. And I already know it's not going to end well at all. And Jamie and Lizzie still continue this really weird type of relationship where, like, she'll let him hit, but it's like, then it's like, oh, this is business. This is not what you think it is. It's only one time. This is only one time and that's it. Like, very indecisive. Lizzie is a very indecisive woman. She doesn't know what she wants, anything. So you got Ats. I finally remember his name. You got Ats and Stefan. They finally bring the bag back to the guy in Manchester. Then they get to some type of butcher shop, and then he threatens to kill him, and then he's just joking around, and then he gives them a bag back. So, oh, if you look inside, I'm gonna kill you. Also, then Ats and Stefan are walking down, and then somebody comes and steals the bag with the supposed drugs. And then we get back to the point where Jack is fussing them out, and then after they leave, Duchesne comes back, and they find out it's all a whole plan. They didn't give him anything. It's just a trick, just to troll, just to be a troll, basically. So 7 ends with a couple things. So you have they kill Layton. They kill him. They weren't supposed to kill him, and because Layton is really close to Modi, and then Modi is like the big horse. So they kill Layton, and then Sully almost gets killed. They missed him, and then Sully and Duchesne are trying to think about how to really find a way to take Jamie down, because he's really got a lot of power. He's doing too much in the street. They need to find a way to get rid of him, and fast. All right, episode 8. Duchesne and Shelly are in full relationship mode. He's getting involved with Tish, her daughter, Duchesne. He's doing bad out here. Jamie is taking all the supply, all the food. Duchesne is trying to get somebody to sell the food, just somebody. And you got Jermaine. Jermaine is about to break Modi out of prison. So we have the first real appearance of Modi in this show. He makes his appearance pretty late in this show though. So I'm pretty excited for that. Jamie's got the news that Modi has escaped prison, and now he's kind of shook because he doesn't know what Modi is capable of. You got Duchesne and Sully are trying to find a new crib. Stefan is being nosy and looks through Jamie's things and finds a lot of money. So he kind of gets the idea like, yeah, my brother is a big time drug dealer. Yeah. Is getting cool with the mother of his child, even though she's pregnant. So his daughter Tasha, and she has a new man in her life. So he feels kind of awkward just doing this, but again, that's his daughter, so he can't let anything get in the way of that. Modi is escaped, and Modi does not know how to act. He's not moving like a man who's already wanted by the law. He's on the phone, making calls, telling them that his face is on the news. He's moving kind of recklessly, very recklessly, but he's moving very recklessly at this point. I think obviously he doesn't care, and Jermaine's like, bruv, what are you doing? Bro, you understand what's going on? You don't know who's listening. Modi is still hell-bent on getting Sully after the acid attack in prison that left his whole face disfigured. So he's like, oh, all I want is Sully. I want Sully now. So Sully and Tasha share a moment. It's very heartwarming. Because he hasn't been the best dad, and him finally getting a chance to chill with his daughter. I like seeing that. You know what I'm saying? I like seeing the dad, him making the effort to be in his daughter's life, even with all the circumstances that he had to go through. But I definitely applaud him for doing that. So now, Jamie is really concerned about Modi. He goes back to Lizzie, and then he goes back to Lizzie and tells Lizzie that Modi is concerned. She's like, well, if you get rid of it once, you do it again. Like she doesn't even understand the magnitude of the whole situation. And later on, Duchesne's crew does some scouting, and they see this antique shop where Lizzie has been secretly setting up, and they get the dirt on Lizzie, and they find out where she is, and they kidnap Lizzie. Oh my goodness, this is getting awesome. 8 ends with ends with Jamie finally getting a chance to meet up with Modi, and it's not the best meeting. Modi is still concerned about taking his ends, even though he's a man on the run, even though he's like wanted by the feds. He said he wants all the money that Jamie's been making from the selling drugs. Jermaine's gonna need his cut. He's still the man of the house. I don't care if you stepped up while I was away. I'm still the man here. You know what I'm saying? Just establishing his roots. This is getting juicier every episode. Okay. Episode 9 starts out really crazy. First of all, Sugar is killed. Sugar killed. I think Shelly kills Sugar. Um, Dushane kills the dude that's been like his mouthpiece. The dude that's been talking, because it's like in revenge for them killing Donovan. So yeah, he kills him. Blood spattered all over the windshield. Just nasty. Okay, Jermaine is trying to get Driz to turn on Dushane and Sully. He's taking all these effects like, oh, your health is declining. You gotta be able to take care of your daughter. Oh, look at Sully. Another man is raising his child. All this stuff, like, this can be the best thing for you if you just tell me where they are. You know what I mean? But Briz, loyal as they come, nah, I can't do it. That's why Briz is a stand-up dude for that. Very stand-up. I appreciate that. We have another crazy turn. Jack's sister had been seeing Layton. And you already know what that means. She probably was giving up the info, telling them where they was at and all the operation. And Jax just starts spazzing, starts beating her up, just starts really like going ham. I mean, I understand her in this case. Like, you're putting me in a bad situation. Like, nah, I don't respect that. You know what I'm saying? You putting me and my gang in danger for you messing with the enemy. You know what I'm saying? You sleeping with the enemy. You know what I'm saying? You playing both sides. Jack goes back and tells Dushane about how Lauren was telling Layton about how Sully was going to be at the funeral, and about how he was asking how Dushane was asking his older brother for money and all this stuff. And Jack was out here making all these phone calls around her that she shouldn't have been making, and now she's not going to give her sister up. And now she's basically being exiled out of the gang. She's exiled out of Summer House. So Jax. I don't know how you can literally daggone near beat your sister to death and then, oh, never mind, I'm not gonna give her up though. I'm not gonna give her up. Even though I left her battered and bloody, I'm not gonna give her up though. Like, the logic is kind of missing me, but alright. It's to the point where Shelly is calling Dushane. So she brings Dushane back to tell Dushane about how Lauren was at the apartment. And she's talking about, oh, Lauren trusted a man, and she didn't know that was what Layton was gonna do. And I feel like that's just BS, because I feel like she knew what he was doing before she got with him. So, she probably knew the beef. But she said, oh, I trust you. But then Shelly is like harboring Lauren inside the bathtub and all this stuff. And Dushane is like really just serious. Like, hey, she broke the rules. She gotta pay. She broke the rules. I mean, I don't blame him at all. Episode 9 ends with, apparently somebody tipped Modi and Jermaine on where the house that Dushane and Sully were staying at, and then they try to ambush, but they don't get out alive. But Jamie and Dushane get out alive. And then Modi and Jermaine come in contact with Lizzie. And then this is where it goes for, this is the last episode. So again, if you stay for this whole review, I appreciate it. I'm going to have to do a lot of editing to get this down to a reasonable length, but thanks again for supporting. I appreciate everybody. But okay, so we got Modi. Jermaine is finally trying to get a doctor to work on Modi's eye, because his eye looks terrible. Shout out to the people who are doing the makeup, because his eye looks disgusting. And I think they found out who told them where the house was at. It was Driz. I'm very mad that it was Driz, because I thought Driz was a stand-up dude. He had been there since season 1. I thought he was a stand-up dude. But nah, he sold him out. You know what I'm saying? He sold him out and told him where the spot was. But man, Driz, I thought you were loyal, bro. I thought you was a real one, but nah, I guess not. We get to the part where Modi comes back from the eye doctor. the drugs, whatever the doctor gave him, has him in some serious pain. He's driving down the road. All of a sudden, he gets surrounded by the police. He gets surrounded by the police, and he's putting his hands up, but his eye is hurting like crazy. So he goes to rub his eye, and they shoot him. They shoot him as soon as he rubs his eye. See, like I said, I didn't really like the Modi character, but the way he died was just, I didn't like the way he died. Like, bro, that's just police brutality in its finest. Like, you shoot the dude as he's reaching for his eye. He's reaching for his eye, you just shoot him. Like, but there goes Modi. So Modi is eliminated from the story. All right, so so Jamie fights Jermaine, and the fight stops when they find out that Modi's been killed, and then Dushane and Sully are trying to find out a way to get to Jamie, and then they're trying to find out that they know that now that Jamie has had cameras hooked up to his crib. They know that, and they're trying to get in contact with Ruben, the one who installed the cameras, so he can hack the cameras for them. So they're slowly finding a way to get to Jamie, slowly but surely. So Dushane and Sully are up to their smart little games, and again they send ads to the house with a bag, and now Jamie's like, who the freak is that? Who's at my house? Then he's gonna start wearing, and it's gonna be a whole scene. See, actually, while that's happening, Jamie's cameras have been hacked, so now they don't work, and now he's in a big commotion. Like, what's going on? What's going on? We gotta go, bro. We gotta go. I think Dushane, he uncovers his really evil side near the end, because he really does some really underhanded tactics. Like, he calls the police to Jermaine's house and gets Stefan and Aaron arrested because of this. That's low down. And then Sully calls Driz to give him his last hurrah after we find out that Driz was the one that gave up the information to the spot. So this ends crazy. So Jamie gets Aaron and Steven nicked for the gun. So Steven gets nicked for the gun, and then this is just one of the saddest parts of the whole season. The way Aaron looks at Jamie while he's talking about all the stuff he's ruined. Like, I was a good kid. I stayed off the road. I was going to uni. Like, and then boom, you just messed up my whole thing now. You just messed up my whole operation. Cause you want to be the big road man, and now I'm screwed for life. We get near the end of the episode. Sully is still kind of like, yeah, we might have won, but we really didn't win in a sense, because you kind of called the police. You kind of took the coward way out. You called the police to handle the situation, so your hands wouldn't get dirty. Yeah, but then Dushane's like, you know what? It doesn't matter. We won. Okay, that's what a leader does. A leader steps up and does whatever it needs for us to win. You wouldn't know about being a leader, would you? And then I think one of the hardest lines I've heard: just because we didn't lose doesn't mean we've won. That was one of the hardest lines I've heard ever. So the ending is one of the craziest things. So Dushane talks to Jamie in jail. He's like, yo, you're good. You can come work for me. So he said, I can show you the footage of ads going to the house, and the case will drop. We can drop the case with your lawyer. And then the crazy thing, the people who were acting like fiends, they were police the whole time. They were the police the whole time. They infiltrated the whole gang. They were all police. That's crazy. And they just drug everybody down. But anyway, that's the Top Boy Season 3 review. This is a very long review. The original recording is 1 hour and 37 minutes plus the other 20-some minutes that I already recorded earlier. So I'm going to have to do a lot of editing. But anyway, thank you again for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Don't be afraid to share the video wherever you share videos at. Also, like, comment, subscribe, be safe, have a great day, stay on the grind. I'm out. Peace.